But I've got some terrible news. Something terrible happened to me recently. It turns out a new feature, a hidden feature on my phone, it automatically uploaded all the photos to my Facebook live feed. And I didn't figure it out until I took some choice dick pics. And if it wasn't bad enough that my dick pics got uploaded to Facebook, the worst part is, not a single one of them got a like or a comment. I mean, I put some real effort into those photos and I got no response, not even one of those weird reaction emojis. But I guess it wasn't all bad. A few hours after they went up, Wonder Dog reached out to me and offered me a set on tonight's show, so, silver linings. But I am recently single, as long as you consider 5 years ago to be recent. To give you an idea of my current dating history, the tissues next to my bed need to be replaced every few weeks or so, due to all the crying, because that's how I masturbate. The tears lubricate my shame. But no, in high school, the girls would always make fun of me. They say, get a life, loser. And they couldn't be more wrong. Because in my D&D group, I had a half-orc paladin, and he had like 6 extra lives. You can't break this hard, honey. It's protected by ethereal plate mail. But once I got to college, I started to date around. Sorry, not that I dated multiple people, I literally dated a round person. She was as wide as she was tall, a perfect, beautiful sphere. I learned real early in the relationship that we couldn't do picnic dates on a hillside because, she... But no, there's an old saying, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? I think the inverse is also true. Don't buy the cow until you've tried her milk. This whole no milk till after marriage, it's expired advice. You'd hate to finally get married only to find out the milk is exclusively scat play and pegging. Unless you're into that sort of thing, then more power to you. And if you are into that sort of thing, my number's written on the bathroom wall. Hit me up. But no, online dating has become a reality of my existence, and I always find it interesting the names that people choose for their dating profiles. Like I saw this one girl, her name was CatMama93, and right away I knew 2 things about her. 1, she's about 25 years old, and 2, I'm not surprised she's single. Listen, I got nothing against cats, but if your entire personality is defined by you owning a cat, you don't have a personality. You have a cat. But I saw this girl, her name was Michelle420. And I was like, oh yeah, Michelle420. I knew I had to match with her. If only to ask her what it was like to be alive during the fall of the Roman Empire. Hashtag 476 blaze it being the streets of Rome. But I think she might be getting a little senile in her 16th century of life. She had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Another disappointing match, am I right, guys? But I know it's getting kind of sad talking about being chronically single, so let's lighten the mood, do something with a little bit more levity. I have a drinking problem. But not with alcohol. I found that as an adult, I can't function without a steady supply of caffeine. And it's especially bad in the morning when I'm laying in bed. I need that caffeine kick just to get up. But in order to get the caffeine, I'd have to get out of the bed in the first place. So the whole situation just becomes a real catch Mountain Dew. But don't get me wrong, I love alcohol. But it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. Like I found out recently that if you follow shots of tequila with shots of Red Bull, you go into incognito mode. That's where your mind stops recording, but the body just soldiers on. I end up waking up in the next morning trying to figure out what the fuck happened last night, like a noir detective. I'm like, wet footprints going from the front door to the bedroom. And what's this? Wet jeans. Not with rain, but with urine, explains those footprints. And in the pocket, a wallet, my wallet, but there is no money. Instead, there's a receipt for the ATM at the strip club. Explains why I've got that cat scratch fever on my downstairs business. And one last clue, a pool of vomit in my bed. Whoever left this had tacos last night. I don't know who committed this crime, but my primary suspect is me. And my secondary suspect is your host for tonight. Please welcome back up to the stage, Gilly.